What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We have Anthony Roy joining the show, and Anthony played 11 games this past season for Green Bay, and in those 11 games, he led the entire country in scoring, averaging 25 points per game. First and foremost, Anthony, I'll ask you, how did you enjoy the weather in Wisconsin? I know you're from California originally.
Yeah, anybody who keep up with my social media know I don't like the weather in Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, you'll be going
Yeah,
to some warmer weather pretty soon here, so respect to you
yeah.
for toughing it out. But yeah, you'll be heading further south, which is good. But yeah, so in the 11 games you played, you averaged 25 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.5 steals. Did you expect this level of success at Green Bay, or did those numbers surprise even you a little bit?
Nah, to be honest, after I got done training this past summer, I told my uncle and I told this dude I was working out with named Fred Cleveland that I was gonna lead the country in scoring this year. And it's crazy because I said it. I told a couple people and people didn't really believe me, but like after those first couple games, I'll say after we had our behind the doors scrimmage against Northern Illinois, I knew like that was a goal, like that was fully capable of happening.
Well, yeah, you spoke into existence, and
Yeah.
was talk about just what was the role and did Doug Gottlieb, when he recruited you, potentially mention that, hey, you could be doing some wild stuff here?
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because I don't even think they knew what I don't even think they knew what I was going to be capable of or how good I was going to play while I was here. But they knew I could definitely help. But coming in, the biggest thing to them was just being a leader. It wasn't even about scoring it was really just about being a leader, being that I'm a senior.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I mean, obviously, Doug Gottlieb, that's an interesting situation where he's a media personality turned head coach, and he handled some of the behind the scenes stuff in the public light on social media with you. What are your thoughts of him handling it like that, and what did you think about your experience with Doug Gottlieb as your coach?
As far as social media, I really don't be worried about that type of stuff. People are gonna, I don't know. From the outside looking in, it's kind of hard for people to know what's going on in house. So none of that stuff really fazed me. But as far as the coaching, me and Doug had a good relationship, contrary to what anybody might believe. We had a good relationship, and I really enjoyed my time playing here.
Yeah, and he was transparent. He had a lot of good things to say about you in the interviews and press conferences. Yeah, so how do you think? Well, what are your predictions for Green Bay moving forward?
Like next year,
Yeah. How do you
I
think they'll
think if
do?
if they could pick up, some good players throughout this transfer portal, I think they'll be good. Doug knows a lot about basketball. They got a good coaching staff. Green Bay got a good coaching staff. And the Horizon League's it's a good conference, but I feel like this year kind of showed them what to do and what not to do, which will only make them better. I think next year, they'll win some games for sure. Turn the tables.
Sure, and so we'll just talk about. I mean, your growth this year. You got hurt. The social media stuff. There was some adversity. You led the country in scoring. Just an interesting season for you. Where did you grow the most in your game?
I think uh, I think getting hurt kind of changed my whole perspective on everything. When I fractured my ankle, this was the first injury I ever had, and it's crazy because of the amount of success I was having this season. But
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time to myself and just was forced to do nothing but just think about what I could have done different or what I will do different in the future. And I just feel like I matured a lot, and I just got a good thought process that'll help me be more successful going on along.
Okay, and so towards the end of the season, when Green Bay they brought in a transfer from overseas, Was there any thought in your mind like, hey, I'm going to push it and come back for the Horizon League tournament and let's try to make it a run? Or was it like, no, this is an obvious decision. I don't have to burn my eligibility. I can play on a much bigger stage. I got a bag coming my way next year, and the league is a real thing. So was that a hard decision, or was that just kind of a common sense one to not push it?
Nah, honestly, when Jan got here, I wasn't even thinking about playing because they had my injury timeline kind of past the postseason or like in the postseason. I think
Okay.
once we got to like probably the last game of the season, that's when my ankle started to feel better. Just me comfortable running and jumping, but it still wasn't strong enough. Uh, and
Sure.
then once we got to the Horizon League tournament, that first game against Oakland, it felt good. But I just was kind of just fighting against myself to whether I would go out there and play or not. It wasn't so much about eligibility or about how I performed. It was really just about making sure I don't get hurt again. But I tell
Okay.
everybody, had we won that first game against Oakland, I would have played that second game in the Horizon League tournament against, I think, Robert Morris. So, I mean, I wish I could have played a game or two this season, another one, but it didn't, the dice ain't roll like that.
Quite honestly, I wouldn't have played if I were you.
That's what
I would have
everybody
sat it
say.
out.
I mean, I don't know, man. I've been in college 5 years. I appreciate, just playing and the opportunity I had. It wasn't so much
Sure.
about next year or my next move.
Well, talking about next year, right? You have an opportunity to play at a really high level at Oklahoma State. What are you going to be focused on improving this summer from your time in Green Bay? What are you improving on this summer to make sure you have a big season at Oklahoma State?
I think this summer, I just want to, polish up the little things in my game. Dribbling, shooting, finishing. But I just want to get bigger, faster, and stronger. I think that'll just make me an overall better player on both ends of the ball. And then I'm curious to, see what the team will look like. And then just get to work when we get out there in June.
Take me through what a day in your life is looking like right now.
Right now, off season, man, I'll probably wake up, have breakfast. I'll do strength and conditioning. Go home, eat again, go back to the gym, and put up a lot of shots. And that's my day right now.
Sure. Are you an early bird or are you a late riser?
It depends. It's funny because I wake up early and I go to sleep late. So
Okay, so you're not a big sleeper. Not a big
yeah.
sleeper. Okay. So you chose Oklahoma State over plenty of schools, I'm sure. What was it about Oklahoma State that won you over?
I went to school in Oklahoma last year, so I was very familiar with the area, the campus. When the portal opened, the coaching staff just seemed like they were really interested in me, and I just felt like I was wanted. And at the end of the day, what people tend to forget in this whole recruiting process is to go where you're wanted. So I just felt like the staff was very welcoming. They had a good plan for me, and then as a whole for the team and the program. And I just felt like it'd just be the best situation.
So what vision did Steve Lutz pitch for you?
That I could be the next person to get drafted out of Oklahoma State.
Okay, well that's fair. And then, is there anything in your game you think will surprise people next season?
Anything in my game that'll surprise people? I don't know. Maybe just the ball going in the basket. That's it.
Well, that's to be expected at this point, I think. But talk about this. So, I mean, college has been a journey for you. Like you said, you've been in school for 5 years. Next season will be 6 years. How much does winning matter to you at Oklahoma State? Because we've seen what you're capable of individually, and I know you want to showcase your skills at the higher level on, national television in front of the scouts, but talk about how much does winning matter to you, improving to the NBA scouts that you can lead a team to victories?
Winning matters a lot. I think this being my 6th year, um, a lot of people will be like, okay, Anthony Roy could score, but can he help a team win? So, I mean, I guess next year it'll just be, a kind of a way for me to show that I can help lead a team and win games. So, yeah, that's definitely
Sure.
very important to me.
All right. So, is there anyone in the NBA that you would be really excited to match up with?
I'll be really excited to play in the NBA. So I couldn't even. It's not even a matchup that I done thought about. It's just getting out there and playing. That's the
You,
biggest thing.
you never thought of matching up with LeBron James or Kevin Durant, the guys you grew up watching?
I mean, that'd be cool, but yeah, nah, I ain't really thought so much about that. More
All
so
right, that's
about getting
fair.
out there.
So, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. So, all right. So, heading to your 6th year of college, it's been a ride. And your freshman year, you were listed at 175 pounds. And now I
Mhm.
saw you were listed at 200 pounds at Green Bay. What has changed the most in your game since your freshman year at San Francisco?
Like everybody is fast. Everybody is strong. It's just like I just felt like that was one thing that I was missing to play at the next level, and that was one thing I really focused on last year was just getting my weight up and toning my muscle. So I feel like I'll dedicate another summer to doing that, and hopefully I end up even bigger next year.
How much you weighing in right now?
200.
200. Okay. So, and then 175 pounds, 18 years old to being 24, later this year, 200 plus. Yeah, that's a
I
boy
don't
for a
know if that
man journey right
175 is
there.
accurate. I ain't gonna lie. I probably was 185 my freshman year. 175 is
Sure.
crazy.
Okay, yeah, that's what it says. If you look it up on Stat Reference, it says Anthony Roy, 175 pounds. So that's what I
That's
assumed
funny.
they were listed you your freshman year. But yeah, so but that's even if it's 185 to 200, that's just a journey of a dude going from a kid to a grown man. And in that journey, I imagine you evolved as a person quite a bit. How have you changed the most in your as a person since your freshman year?
Oh man, I could go on and on about that. I think I've matured so much since my freshman year. I just make decisions not just for me, but for the people who I represent. I got people that rely on me. I got people that depend on me. So I make decisions based off of how they affect not just me, but other people. And I didn't used to see it like that. Um, I try to be more calculated with the things I do now. And I feel like it just has led me to being in the better position that I'm in right now.
I've seen on your social medias, it seems like you're a man of faith. Can you talk about that a little bit and through your journey and what you've experienced in your life? How have you leaned into your faith? And am I correct in saying that you're a man of faith?
Oh yeah, nah. I grew up in the church house. Like I grew up going to church every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And it wasn't no option. I just grew up in a church household. My grandma
Sure.
was played a big part in the church. My grandpa was in the pulpit. He was an assistant pastor. My mom played a big part in the church.
Cool.
Like my whole family grew up in the church. So I have a strong belief in God. I have a strong belief in faith. And I just feel like that's why I've made it through the crazy stuff that I've been through in my life. I am a testimony that just you can keep faith in God through, your darkest days and you're going to make it out shining.
100%. No, that's a great answer. So, Anthony, I appreciate your time. I've enjoyed the conversation. I got a rapid fire round for you, so I'll give you a plethora of questions. Just answer in a timely fashion. And the first question I got for you is, who's the toughest player you've guarded in your career so far?
Uh, I played Jalen Green in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Jalen Green.
What's your favorite moment of your college career so far?
Oh, I either got to say the 46 against St. Norbert or my junior year, I had 23 against UTEP in our rival game.
All right. Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Favorite food?
Soul food. Catfish, yams, mac and cheese.
All right. Favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Favorite movie?
Soul Plane.
Okay. And favorite sport outside of basketball?
Bowling.
Favorite musical artist?
Young boy.
Biggest pet peeve?
When people chew with their mouth open.
That's a good one. All right. Favorite city you visited?
Atlanta.
Your favorite lift in the gym?
Bench press.
Least favorite lift?
RDL. Yeah, one leg. Split squat.
Yeah, I feel like that was a common answer to that one. And
Yeah.
then, last question I got for you is: if you could have dinner with anyone on the planet right now, who would it be?
Dinner with anyone on the planet. Damn. Anyone on the planet. I would probably say LeBron James. I don't know. That's a tough one. Who would I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I want to have
All right.
dinner with
All
LeBron? Yeah, I'll stick with
That's
that.
not a bad answer.
Yeah.
Not a bad answer. But you never pictured that matchup with you and LeBron, though. You never thought of that one, though.
Yeah, nah, I ain't think about that. I ain't gonna lie.
I respect it.